Shit.
Oh gosh.
Well, it's time to break the news, Matt.
Well, to everybody that I know that watches this that doesn't know this yet, we got a cat. And his name is Avocato. Avo for short.
I'm calling him Kato.
Kato.
Yeah. Newest member of the Wash Nuggets podcast.
Kato.
Avo.
Kato the Gato.
Kato the Gato.
Mr. Magato. Or I don't know. All right, let's get into it.
Isn't gato cat in Spanish? No,
it is.
It is.
I thought that was a good one, but no one was.
That was a good one.
Whatever, it's fine.
Our 8 viewers will laugh at that.
Yeah,
I hope so.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wash Nuggets podcast, a part of the Wash Kings Network, the show where a couple cousins talk hoops, the NBA, and keep you updated on everything you need to know about your Denver Nuggets. We're filming the pod pretty late tonight. It's about 9:20, 9:30 on a Monday night, July 28th. I'm your host, Cam Kennedy, and I got a wonderful panel with me today. We got the Wash Nuggets' very own Kennedy Phillips and super producer Matthew Hinnon filling in for Patrick Kennedy, who's vacationing in Las Vegas, and Evan Kennedy, who couldn't make it tonight. So shout out to him, though. His 30th birthday tomorrow. But gentlemen, how's it going?
Things are good. I just thanks for reminding me about. I knew Evan's birthday was the 29th, but that came up quick.
I know.
I feel like it's been a good summer for me, and I kind of forget what day it is oftentimes. So I can't believe it's almost August. But it's good to be back doing a little Wash Kings After Dark. Talk about some good stuff today. So it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, doing good. As you saw in the cold open.
New cat dad.
My girlfriend and I got a cat, and we're rolling. We already have a dog, and they're.
I hear they're battling.
They're learning how to get along. The cat doesn't really like the dog, and
how's Rue doing with all this?
Rue is
Big
Rue's
change.
not a she's not a she doesn't like conflict, so she yelps and runs away whenever the cat tries to lunge and kind of play fight sometimes, but she does not. The dog does not like that, so we're keeping them separate.
Well, you better keep us updated on this. I'm sure Washed Kings fandom is going to want to know how it goes with you guys and the pets. But I've been good. Not too bad. Saw a couple good movies recently with Matt. Fantastic Four, Superman the other week. I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night. That was not very good, but it was fun. It was kind of a good little callback to the original. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but
I have not. I gotta check it out.
It was pretty bad.
I've been meaning to see it, but I haven't watched it yet. You guys saw Superman? How was that?
It was good. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah,
I agree.
It was really good, and Fantastic Four was awesome. So that's another one to check out.
I saw you reposted something on TikTok of people just like hanging out in the parking lot after.
That's been awesome.
And it brought back something about going to movies that I kind of miss, like when we'd go see movies back in the day in Aurora. I missed that a little bit. So
we saw like Star Wars and stuff. I remember a couple summers ago we saw Oppenheimer, and all of us were just talking in the parking lot.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it's a different vibe after the movie when everyone convenes and talks about everything they just saw.
Maybe hit the Waffle House afterwards.
Yeah. All right, Nuggets fans, we'll get you into the show now. Enough banter at the beginning. But I just wanted to say, if you're listening over on Apple, Spotify, or watching on YouTube, please do us a favor and drop us a like or hit that subscribe button. It would do a lot for us, and we really appreciate it. It costs nothing for you to support, and it goes a long way for us for what we're trying to do here. So we really appreciate y'all and showing up and being here with us as we get this going. But on today's show, we're going to be going over some fun and interesting off-season topics, a lot of them surrounding Nikola Jokic, and then we're going to be going over our hot takes and bold predictions for this upcoming season for the Denver Nuggets. And then finally, we're going to close it out with a snake draft. We're going to be doing our first snake draft on the Wash Nuggets podcast, our favorite all-time Nugget players. So stick around for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys are in for a great show. But let's get into the quick hitters, news, and notes from around the Nuggets universe right now. So this is a big one. Did you guys see Jokic winning that race the other day? That was pretty awesome. He's had more emotion and tears for that than he did for winning an NBA championship with the Nuggets. And you love that about Nikola Jokic, though. It really made me happy to see him happy for his horse winning that whatever that race was. It was a big race apparently though, but I loved seeing that. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, he really kind of cemented the fact that horses are his life, and the NBA is just like a job for him. It was funny seeing a bunch of comments about it and people. But I feel like he's starting to gain some sort of support for that. It used to be like, wow, this guy doesn't care, but
he like deeply cares about horses.
He does.
So,
and I think he's getting less hate about it. People know that's kind of his thing. But seeing him like spraying the champagne on everybody, and it was kind of cool for, as a Nuggets fan to see that, because he didn't do that when we won a championship. So the coolest thing we had was the pool by far when him and Jamal jumped in. So
he cared that they won the championship. There was the emotion, but yeah, it's sometimes your hobbies are what you're really passionate about, and I feel like that's the case for Jokic, right? So
yeah,
you go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was going to ask if you guys know what the name of this horse is.
I heard it on DMVR earlier. Wasn't it something like Demon from the East or something?
So it's Demon, like Del Est. That's my best in terms of Serbian. Yeah. And it means Demon of the East, which is just a crazy name.
That's sick.
I wish that Jokic was playing in the East, because then he would be the Demon of the East.
The Del Est or whatever. That's really cool, actually. Matt, any thoughts on the horse racing with Jokic?
I mean, it gives. I think it gives a. My cat's fucking going crazy. Sorry.
It's all right. We don't have to spend too much time on this, but if you have anything,
I think it just gives a perspective of life of people. I mean, they're human beings outside of the sport, and
right.
I think it's a great thing to see. I think it's like you said, Cam, it's great to have hobbies, and he's passionate about it. I mean, we're passionate about all of our hobbies. This is one of them until we start getting paid. Please sponsor us, somebody.
Sponsor us.
But I think it gives a great insight to their lives outside of basketball, and they're not just basketball players. And I mean, we've seen videos time and again of Jokic scouting horses when he's in practice, or over the summer. And I just think it's cool, and I know he has the support of all of his teammates, and that's a great thing to have, in my opinion.
Ken, what's up next on the news and notes?
Up next, Sorry, I muted myself and I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself.
I was confused.
I had it right here. Talking about Jokic's agent posted on Instagram. I think it was yesterday. He posted a photo on Instagram of himself. Well, not himself, but he posted it. Photo of LeBron and Maverick Carter, LeBron's agent, talking about. I mean, the post itself.
One of his best friends, yeah.
Yeah, the post itself was interesting. Why is Jokic's agent with LeBron in the first place? And then he kind of stirred the pot a little bit, saying, quote, "The summer of 2025 is the perfect time to make big plans for the fall of 2026." So obviously the fall is when the NBA season starts up. Planning ahead for the fall of 2026. You can take this many different ways.
Very ambiguous.
But yeah. How do you pronounce his last name, Cam? His agent?
I had trouble with that too. Resnatovich. We're probably butchering that, but yeah.
So he posted that on Instagram, and
it's interesting.
All of the hungry NBA community on Twitter and online is trying to have anything to talk about. So what do you guys got on that so far?
This is interesting for a couple reasons. I don't know if I want to view it from like a Nuggets lens, because it's like, why would Jokic's agent be the one that's like trying to recruit him I mean, maybe, but like it wouldn't be him making those decisions, right? But it's interesting in a sense of that this guy, Jokic's agent, is like the big deal agent in Europe. Like apparently, like he's like the big shot there, and so it does make you wonder if LeBron's eyeing a post NBA career, or if the NBA is going to be in cahoots with Europe a little bit more. If there's like something going on there, I guess. But, it's fun to fantasize about if this means that LeBron would come to Denver and finish his career with Jokic or something. I don't think that's the case, but nonetheless, it's interesting from an NBA perspective.
Yeah, I had to pull this up because I haven't honestly been much on social media the last couple days, but it's very interesting, and it's just a kind of a weird post.
It's a little bit. It's like it's kind of cryptic. I don't
It's
know. Like,
kind of
what are you talking about?
I mean,
And then the caption is like, what?
Yeah,
The
the caption especially.
The caption is weird. What's LeBron doing in this photo? Like, it's just
it wouldn't be released unless it was like on purpose. LeBron wouldn't just let this go out if
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people saying Jokic to the Lakers, which
That's what I was seeing too.
LeBron doesn't even want to be on the Lakers right now, it seems like. So let's chill out on that.
I saw a photo of LeBron, Luka, and Jokic all in Lakers jerseys, and people are already hypothesizing that's why.
Yeah, that's
Come on.
I guess everybody wants to go to the Lakers, and
that's what every Lakers fan thinks is the case.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have to spend too much time on it.
With that though, I was going to ask you guys, thinking about. I think maybe you sent it to me or vice versa, Cam. But I forget what Instagram page posts like kind of what ifs. I forget the name of it, but they did one where, what if LeBron actually came to Denver instead of going to LA
in 2019?
In 2019, and kind of seeing what that would look like. So, if you had to imagine him on the Nuggets next year, what would that look like?
If he was on that, like,
is he starting? Probably.
I think so, because it's LeBron, and he'd still be one of the best players in the league at that point still. I think if he was like on an obviously much cheaper contract, we couldn't afford him if he was on a max or something. So he'd have to be in like the mid-level exception or the whatever TPE or whatever. But I'm a huge LeBron fan. You guys know that. So I'm always interested in that. But at the same time, I just have a hard time envisioning it too.
No,
it doesn't seem like the thing LeBron would do.
Especially for his last, probably last season of his career.
Yeah.
But looking into it, I thought, bringing you brought up the point a little bit about EuroLeague or some teams in Europe and ownership possibly for LeBron, but I was thinking maybe working with like the NBA of sorts, or you see how like the NFL is doing games in Germany and kind of different countries,
right?
Maybe they do a little bit of like a season opener in a place like Serbia or.
Or they want to open a new league where it's a bunch of European teams are in this league, but it's NBA affiliated, whatever the case may be. But we'll probably move on from this topic next to another piece of news. Jokic officially announced in Serbia's roster for Eurobasket, which starts on August 27th. Don't have to go too far into this. I'm sure we're all excited to see him. Definitely want to see how Jokic plays in this. Luka Doncic will be in it, Giannis and stuff. That's exciting. And then Kennedy, to close up, it seems like there's a couple of bigger names and bigger places giving Nuggets a lot of props for their offseason.
Yeah, ESPN and Charles Barkley, who technically is now kind of part of ESPN.
I guess so.
The whole
That's
ABC.
True. He is.
Well, the first thing was ESPN kind of talking about giving grades to teams. The two highest teams in the NBA to have their kind of offseason, if you had to give them a grade for their offseason and acquisitions and trades, were Atlanta and Houston. And the Nuggets were a close third behind Atlanta and Houston, who did have great off seasons. So
really good, yeah.
Seeing the Nuggets getting a little bit of love for putting together a great off season when we had really no expectations for what it would look like. And then on the other hand, Charles Barkley saying that the Rockets and Nuggets had the best off seasons in the NBA. So I think
love to see it.
It's true. Like, we had a great off season. Houston had a great off season, signing Durant. Or trading for Durant, and Atlanta put together a great offseason as well. But what do you guys think about Nuggets getting a little bit of love from the national media?
It's great because there's some people that have been low on their moves for some reason, which I think is crazy because I think they've absolutely nailed it. But it's also it's great to see publications like ESPN and Charles Barkley showing some love for the Nuggets because I really do think that they did a great job. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great to get recognition in that sense, especially when historically the Nuggets have been kind of a beatdown for national media in that sense, and I
disrespected
feel like
and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like as Nuggets fans, we've been on the subpar on being respected and being name kind of thrown out there in a positive light, or any light at all. I mean, I remember there were some times prior to our championship run, and even in the championship run, that they didn't talk about the Nuggets like at all. There were a couple pre-games that the Nuggets weren't even brought up in more than one or two sentences, and the teams that we were playing, the Suns and a couple other teams, just that's all they would talk about. And the Nuggets were like, all right, well, they got Jokic and they're ready to go, and that was it. That's all we would hear about the Nuggets.
That's kind of how it felt too.
It's definitely
Jokic, and we'll figure it out from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And they're usually not the winners of off-season stuff or trades or whatever. So it really does like reinforce the fact that we did have a great offseason. So I'm pumped to see that. But we'll move on to our main segment here in a second. The only other thing I wrote down was Luka's looking shredded for Men's Health magazine, and that Marcus Morris was arrested for fraud. And that's, there's a little feud between Jokic brothers and Morris brothers. So I kind of felt good to see that.
I read into the Marcus Morris thing, and it was because of like casino debt or something.
Was it that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And his brother Markieff, the one that Jokic obviously hit, said something like, "Oh, this is BS. This story is not like what they're making it out to be." Whatever. He got arrested
for the Luka. One thing on the Luka diet.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I read up on it. He's minimum 250 grams of protein a day.
Jeez.
So that's like and he does intermittent fasting. So I've done some I love intermittent fasting. I've done it before, but you like stop eating at 8 p.m. then you don't eat until noon the next day. So that's what Luka's doing. He's doing 2-day workouts and has to eat minimum 250 grams of protein, which is crazy.
That's so much
in an 8-hour span. And I'm like, how is he even digesting all of that protein? But yeah,
he's going
some sneaky farts.
He must weigh around 250.
Yeah, probably.
So he's probably getting that in his body weight too. So that kind of makes sense. But like to me, that sounds like an insane amount of protein, because it is. But
for people that don't know, it's like 80 grams of protein a day is like 60 to 80 grams.
It depends on
what you're doing,
what your goals are.
Yeah, but I think it's 60 to 80 grams a day of protein is adequate for the general population.
I mean, how much is in a protein shake? Like one scoop's usually like 30 grams.
Yeah, 25, 30,
32.
So you can really get those bulky 30. Ones though.
Yeah, you can.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
And he's probably. I saw it was like a mix of whey protein that was low in carb, because there's a little bit of low carb in the diet, and then like getting a bunch from eggs and chicken. So
that's actually really fascinating. I want to go on the Luka diet.
It's a great place to get it from, man. You want to do 2-day workouts?
Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. I want to
all go on the Luka diet.
I want to get shredded.
Let's do it.
Luka's looking good, man. All right.
We also have to like work out like we're NBA players, so
yeah,
that might be tough.
That's
all that.
That's the Wash Nugs health corner there. But that's good for Luka, man. Good for Luka. I hope hopefully he keeps that same shape up. But let's get to our main segment of the day, boys. We're going to be doing some bold takes. This could be whatever you feel, what's calling to your brain, whatever you're feeling like the Nuggets are going to do this season. I guess I could kick it off. I'll just start with one that I wrote. The Nuggets are going to win 60 games this season, setting a new franchise record. I think this is going to be the year the Nuggets get over 57 wins and get 60 wins.
Are you going to put money on it?
I don't know what those odds look like. Maybe I should have looked at it, but I feel like that might not be a bad beat. I feel like that could actually be pretty profitable.
Well, I'm the idiot that took the over on Rockies wins, so don't take any betting advice from me.
I forgot you did that.
Dude, it was like set at like 56 wins. I'm like, there's no way they're that bad.
Well,
I'm dead.
Well,
yeah. So don't listen to me when it comes to betting.
Matt, 60 wins. Yeah, there you go.
I think 60 wins. Matt, what about you?
What do you think, Matt?
I like 60 wins. I think they can pull it. I think they can pull it off.
Do you think they go 60 and 22?
Yeah, honestly, man, I think it comes down to like the bench we believe in this year. Like, we can get on that later, but like the bench is not going to hemorrhage these games. Like they can survive and stay afloat. And I think the starting lineup's just going to be the best in the league. So that's all goes into that equation. Who Who wants to throw out the next one?
Well, it kind of sucks because yours was going to be one of mine.
Shit.
Maybe not 60.
I wrote a bunch.
I had franchise record in wins.
Okay. That could mean like 58, 59.
Yeah. I mean, is it 57 franchise record?
57. Yep.
So now I'm kind of trying to figure out where to go. Matt, do you have any?
I do.
You got
yeah.
one, Matt?
I've got Jokic leading the league in assist totals.
Ooh. Correct me. He was second last year.
He was. Oh, was he third?
Third, second or third?
I think he was
Trae Young led the league. I know that.
Right. I think with the opportunities that we have and the fact that I don't think Jokic is gonna he's gonna score. Obvious. I mean, that's like an obvious given. But I think with the talent that they've surrounded and the skill that they've surrounded him with, I find it really hard pressed to say that a player like Jokic and his passing ability isn't going to get, double doubles with
assists. The ball's going to be popping.
The ball's going to be popping around, and I think he's going to be the fulcrum of that. And I see him leading the league in assists at the end of the year.
I like it.
Kind of on that note, I agree. I think that ball's going to be popping this year. I think Jokic sets a career high in assists in a game. His record's 22. His highest career high is 22 in one game. I think he takes that and he puts it. I think 23, 24.
23.
Yeah.
25
I could see
would
that.
Be crazy.
25 would be wild.
I feel like there's just going to be games where he loves playing that facilitator role early, right? Get guys involved,
right?
And there's one game Jamal's hitting a few threes, Cam Johnson's hitting a few threes, like throwing oops to, AG hitting CB in transition. Like I think it's gonna.
Everything's open. Everything's open. Like there's not going to be any limitations. It shouldn't be. But to go in hand with this, kind of what we're talking about, which is the offense in general. I wrote down. I think the Nuggets will have the number one offense in the league this year. They were fourth in offensive rating last year, behind the Cavs, Celtics, and Thunder. And the Cavs had an offensive rating of 121. The Nuggets had a 118.9. And then I also said that the Nuggets will be top 2 in three-point percentage. They shot 37.6% last year, fifth in the league, but they also shot the least amount of threes in the league last year, and I think that's going to go up as well. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the Jokic assists and everything, but I just think the offense in general is going to be incredible. Like we've always thought it could be with the Jokic team. This is the team that I think will realize their full potential in that realm.
I like that. I agree. I think that was a couple. Were they number one in offense a couple years ago? Maybe the championship year.
They might. I feel like they were really close. They've always been like top 5 and stuff. But I always feel like
always up.
We always come out of the season thinking there's a little bit more there that they don't get out of these teams that they should. So I don't know if they've ever finished number one in offense.
I think we lead for most of the year. At least I remember in the championship year we were number one offense. At least for a month or two in, I think, November, December, and maybe in
January. Like there's always stretches.
There's stretches where they have it, and then I don't think that's
they start rough sometimes, so that's like kind of held them down before.
Yeah, but we haven't had like solid endings of the year in the last couple of years, and even in the championship year. The wheels seem to kind of fall off a little bit, or the rims kind of fall off a little bit at the end of the season, and I think that hurt totals for sure. Because at that point,
because they didn't have to play for anything too, because they were so far ahead in the standings. Remember that the championship year that they just did not try the last month.
And then March was just hell.
It was we were so worried, bro. We were like,
that was so stressful, dude.
We're like, this team doesn't have it. And then they kick ass.
They're just giving P-Watt minutes so he can be ready for playoffs.
And then they absolutely whooped everybody in the playoffs.
That was scary times.
I've got a wild one. I just want to pop one more off. The Nuggets are gonna have the MVP, and it's not gonna be Jokic.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
I think I've got. This is a crazy one, but
this might be like the hottest take of all time.
The hottest take of all time.
Hot takes. I've got Jamal Murray winning MVP.
Jamal, bro.
So this either means that Jamal is like Michael Jordan this year, or it means the the Nuggets had a disaster season and Jokic got hurt, but Jamal saved it or something.
I've got Jamal winning MVP this year.
Wow. You showed up.
The payout for that would be insane.
You'd make a believer out of everyone.
Yeah,
hey, you showed up for the bold takes today. I respect it.
You texted me bold takes.
So I did.
That's my boldest take.
Here's the lighter version of that. I wrote that the Nuggets for the first time in the Jokic era, Jokic is going to have an all-star teammate this year. And I didn't specify that it was going to be Jamal because I wasn't, I kind of have a AG Jamal Cam Johnson mix there. I don't know if any of those guys will do it, but I think there's going to be two guys representing the Nuggets this year, Jokic and somebody else.
Pick one. Who's it going to be?
Jamal's the safe pick. And maybe the prediction, there may be another bold take, is that Jamal comes into the season ready to go.
That's a very bold
have been
take.
Calling for. That's a very bold take. But maybe the Luka stuff
might be bolder than him being MVP.
Right. Honestly, but the Luka stuff and the fat shaming that went on with Luka, maybe there's something that Jamal gets and looks at that. And there was people were calling for Jamal this year. There was kind of some hey man, you gotta start taking this more serious.
You know
Jamal's
what?
Intermittent fasting.
People bully fat kids in high school and middle school, and they all of a sudden show up as a senior and they're absolutely jacked and they've shredded all their fat weight. That was the entire internet with Luka.
It needs to be Jamal now, even though he's not fat. It's just
yeah. The entire internet shamed Luka into doing that.
It was probably the wake up call. The Dallas Mavericks, your toxic ex dumps you, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta really improve my life here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the gym now. I feel like that happens to a lot of people. But I got another one. Christian Brown makes an all defensive team.
I like that one.
I like that one.
Probably second, probably not a first.
I heard that one the other day. I think that's a good call.
Do you think he takes a step back offensively, but then puts more focus on defense?
I think so. I think with the arrival of,
or is he just ascending
weapons? I think he's ascending, but I think he'll your point is he'll ascend. I think he could keep his offense kind of at the same level, maybe a notch lower. But I think when you're talking about ascending, a defense is somewhere that he can ascend even more.
I could just focus on defense this year.
I think he could do that. But I mean, his offense is so integrated in the way that he scores is because it's so niche. It's so it's on
transition buckets.
Offense is so good. If he plays defense in the way that you're saying, in the way that we want him to play, that offensive stuff comes naturally with that.
Exactly.
You get a couple steals, a couple blocks. You're the guy running out in transition. You get a steal.
Jokic is going to find you too.
On defense, you're running the opposite end of the court. You know what's going to happen. So I think those two complement each other incredibly well in that sense. I could see that for sure.
I like that. I
like that.
I think he's going to have a better defensive year, but maintain his offensive numbers. And Matt said it for all the right reasons, right? I mean, he gets buckets, not being a one-on-one, create, his shot. He gets his buckets within the offense, and he's shown progression in his shooting, which is only going to hopefully get better. So I think that he'll be able to maintain his scoring and maybe even increase that a little bit. One of my thoughts is he's going to have a career high. His career high is 30. But I think that this year he has a career high of 30, 33. I think he's going to be shooting the three a little bit better this year. I think that I
think the pressure is going to be a little lightened.
Yeah, I agree.
And so he'll be naturally a better shooter for it.
I agree. And I think that, he's young, right? And he's been to a finals. He's been to through 2 second round exits the last 2 years and some big games. And he's had some games where he didn't look so great, and then there were times where he's hitting huge shots. I can't remember what game it was, but it felt like he was the one kind of keeping us in the game offensively. And
you're right. There was a big three in there. I can't remember where it was, but
all that stuff's going to be beneficial for him, and having a little bit less pressure on him to score is going to open up his game a little bit more. And I think that defensive piece is going to be huge for him as well. One thing I was thinking, I don't know if it's necessarily a hot take, Not necessarily nearly as hot as Matt's, but I think
Matt wins the
Nuggets have a chance to be a top 10 defense this year.
Oh.
They were like the 21st or 22nd ranked defense last year, with a lot of moving pieces, a tired team that didn't really have a bench that could defend. Well, they had some pieces on the
Malone
bench,
stuff. The
I think that
Malone
I'm
stuff.
hoping, a new defensive piece, no Ryan Saunders. I don't really know who's going to be the defensive coordinator of sorts, but
Right.
I think that they're just a little bit more kind of quirky, well thought out. They're going to throw zones in here and there. They have a few more guys that can play defense pretty well. So I think that they're going to be a little bit more well-rounded on defense. So top 10 defense would be great.
Dude, if they're the top offense and the top 10 defense, they're definitely going to win 60 games this year. I think it's all on the table, though. I think this year's just going to be super, super fun. Like every game we're all going to be watching, we're going to be like, I can't wait to watch this team play basketball tonight because I just know what we're going to get from them. And I'm praying all this happens, but I like that take.
I liked listening to DNVR's hot takes the other day.
Yeah.
And I think it was Wind throughout Adelman for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I heard that.
I liked that one a lot. I thought that was a good one.
That's a good.
If we win 60 plus games, there's no reason to think that he can't be in the top 2 or 3 in that discussion.
Yeah.
Or win it. Because seriously, that's kind of how it works. Is like, oh, this guy's new. They won 60 games.
Kenny Atkinson last year.
Exactly. Like it just kind of happens. It happened to Dagnall a couple years ago. And every winner seems to follow the same pattern.
What are the odds the Nuggets take 9 into the playoffs? That they really.
I hope that's the case.
9 or 10. And we've been saying that the whole offseason, right? We hope that's the case. 8, 9, 10 guys. I'm gonna do a bold prediction. I think we take 10. I think we take 8 healthy guys into the playoffs with 2 others that may be like semi banged up.
Like maybe they start the first series of the playoffs in a 10-man rotation because they're like, we have 10 guys we really like.
That's my last bold take.
And then as the series go on, you go, okay, we're taking this guy out. We're going to 8 guys now, 7 guys now. If they really needed to, they could really play like 6 guys if they had to. I hope that's the case because we saw the Pacers and Thunder succeed with this formula this past year.
I mean, the Thunder were playing guys in the finals and against the Wolves that didn't even play against the Nuggets, right?
Right.
It's crazy.
Isaiah Joe, all the Suns in there, and you're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the depth is going to be huge.
Then this means that Strother is reliable because we feel like we have with Hardaway, Bruce Brown, Valanciunas, we got those guys. So like let's call that 8. That means like we're talking like Strother and P-Watt are like mainstays, confident that that this guy's going to do well, and that would just be beautiful to see. And I hope that Adelman can really rely on those guys when needed.
I think that they're going to need definitely P-Watt's defense off the bench.
Right, because we're lacking a little bit of defense, to be honest.
I mean, Bruce Brown's like a good defender just because he's
a dog.
Scott Hastings would say, gets up in your chili. But other than that, like he's not going to be the biggest guy on the court, but he's just got the dog in him.
They need the defensive upside of P-Watt.
Yeah, I don't think Hardaway's the best defender. Valanciunas is
just
7-footer, just big guy.
Yeah. Right.
So I think they need that versatility from P-Watt, and it's a great opportunity for him to stay in the rotation by defending.
They're going to need him, so I agree with that. But how about this one? John Wallace and Ben Tenzer win co-executives of the year.
That'd be crazy. Ben Wallace.
Wallace.
I could see that being a big time possibility
because they're like they crushed the trades, they crushed the signings, 60 wins.
If this team plays the way that we know they can play, and I'm saying that in more of the sense of like we know what these guys bring to the table, and if they can play together and kind of coexist in that space really well and complement each other, that seems more on the table, honestly, than almost anything else that I think we've had tonight, aside from some of the gimmies. But if it happens, if it comes together well, then yes, absolutely.
I like that one. I hope that happens. So a couple other ones I wrote. Adelman was mentioned for the coach of the year. We talked about that. I wrote something like Jokic's averages somehow get more ludicrous, which it's if he leads the league in assists this year, that means he went up to like 11 or 12 assists a night. So Matt was onto something with that one.
I think the assist numbers definitely go up. Rebounding, he's going to need. I mean, no Mike. Mike is a good rebounder.
Mike
right?
was a good rebounder. Yep.
There's a couple extra boards to Yoke a game.
Right.
I think the scoring's going to be the piece that might be going down a little bit, but you never know with Yoke. He always finds a way to surprise us.
Right. I also had one that said that all 5 starters are going to average over 15 points per night. Last year they had 4 starters do that with I think it was AG just a tick below. And then also you could also bring it to 10 points per game per night. And I think that there's going to be like 7 or 8 guys that do that. I just think this offense is going to be crazy good, and they're just going to be running all over people. So I could see both those things happening.
Do you think Christian Brown as a all-star is a hot take?
I don't, bro. It's possible that he does take this jump that everyone on the team seems to believe in him for. Like they think that this guy has more in the tank here that we haven't even seen yet. So it's not crazy. It's not going to happen most likely, but it's out there.
He could kind of fill that role of like we look at a guy like Derek White as an all-star, right? Who's like this kind of glue guy, gets his buckets, and I don't know. I think that CB could kind of fill that role for the Nuggets, and I think that'd be pretty cool.
Speaking of Derek White, he just started a podcast. I don't know if you saw this. He did. Just launched it, I think, today, and his co-host is Alex Welsh, who played at UCCS with Derek White.
Oh, really?
So they're like boys back from UCCS. So I thought that was really cool.
That's really cool. I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Christian Brown, I could see that. I could see his jump sort of taking another step. Hopefully Peyton Watson takes another step. Hopefully Julian Strawther does too. I think there's a couple of those guys that we will be looking forward to seeing if they do that or not.
I ran dry on takes, so I said ChatGPT.
Oh yeah. What'd you get?
This is hilarious. So give me a really hot take for this upcoming Nugget season. It says hot take for the upcoming Nugget season. Michael Porter becomes the Nuggets' second best player and makes his first All-Star team.
No way.
MPJ comes back mid-season.
MPJ All-Star for the Nets. I could see that.
I
could see that.
It's like this would totally flip the narrative of the team's core because he's better than Jamal now, and I'm like, he got traded to the Nets, right? Oh, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, ChatGPT is not on top of the latest in sports. It doesn't know ball like that.
GPT doesn't know ball.
That actually reminds me of a question that I was about to ask and I got distracted. But do you think it's just de facto like Jamal's second best player this year? Or like who's the third? Who's the fourth? Who's the fifth? Like, is there going to be kind of like a...
I think we got to see that as... I mean, we know if we're going off of history, if we're going off of what's happened before with Jamal, he starts off super slow, and if he starts off slow again, I mean the pain is going to be real there for Nuggets fans for sure.
What if we're viewing Cam Johnson as the second best or Aaron Gordon? You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like that would mean we're in a great spot.
I could see AG doing that, but I also as a Nuggets fan who like has seen how good Jamal Murray is in the times that he has been good. Like I would love nothing more than to see Jamal just light it up out of the gate. But what is that? We've never really seen that before with him. So what does that mean for him going down the stretch? Like if we wanted consistency, we would have, okay, Jamal is going to be crap out of the gate for the first month, and then he's going to slowly turn it on, and then all of a sudden be an all-star by the time the playoffs roll around. Or do we want him to kind of shine up and come out of the gate on fire and take our chances with what happens later down the road? Like, what if he exhausts himself? What if he gets tired?
But I think if he comes in shape, like you hope that would hold, right? Like he's changed something to keep that.
Right.
Versus, you don't do anything. I mean, he's doing things, right? He's not sitting on the couch playing Fortnite. Maybe
But if he takes that intensity to a different level.
Yeah. Really preps his body, really gets himself ready. Intermittent fasts and all that.
240 grams of protein per night.
Yeah.
Or per day for Jamal.
Just 10 grams less.
Bare minimum.
ChatGPT also said that Peyton Watson dunks on Wemby so hard it breaks the internet. I kind of
like that could happen. That could happen.
I like that one.
I would see definitely a P-Watt dunk. I could
maybe
see
Christian Brown.
I could see a CB dunk, and I could see a Peyton Watson block on Wemby that breaks.
Yeah.
I could see that.
How about this? Peyton Watson can finishes the basketball this year.
That's a hot take.
Can he finish a transition?
That's a hot take.
You're 6'8" and athletic as hell. Please.
Would love to see that.
Russ go to another team and finish a layup with his right hand.
It's his left, bro. He's a god with the left. Rumored for the Kings, by the way.
Really?
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
That was a rumor I saw today. We'll see if that happens, but I wish him the best of luck. Maybe he might come up in our snake draft later. So we'll see.
Yeah.
To finish out this segment, I wrote the Nuggets win the NBA title. Doesn't feel that hot because we all feel like that's very possible. And then I also said Kennedy doesn't make the playoffs in the fantasy league this year. And then I said Evdog enjoys the MCU again. And then I said Cam gets a job and Pat gets a job. And then I said Broncos win the AFC West. So
let's go. Hey man, the Broncos one ain't that far off either.
No, it's not.
It's not.
All right. Ken, what do you feel about that, fam? You're missing out on the dynasty.
A little exercise on that. Which of those is the hottest take?
What have I just said?
Pat. Sorry.
It might be me too, man.
I don't know. You guys are kind of neck and neck.
I think the hottest take is Evan enjoying the MCU again.
I was like, this guy does not like where the MCU is right now. There's no way. Ken, if you have a disaster season in Dynasty where guys just get hurt and everything, that could happen. So it's not like the hottest take, but your team's obviously really, really good. So
you had everybody except me. What's
Matt? Oh, Matt gets a cat. I wrote. Oh wait. I don't know. What would a good Matt want? Matt makes the fantasy playoffs this year.
Yes. Matt has a 500 record in fantasy this year.
I'm rooting for you, man.
That's a hot take.
It's been pulling for you.
It's been a rough Jamar Chase. You got Chase.
Yeah, man. He was the only one putting up points for me last year.
I know. Yeah. You should trade for Burrow and see if you could get that stack going.
Get the stack.
All right, enough fantasy talk. Sorry, we got off track. Let's get to our favorite Nuggets of all time snake draft. All right. So the order was Matt. Who's next?
Is Pat joining for it or no?
He said no. He got a movie on and he won't be joining us for it.
Okay.
So
it's Matt, you, me.
Okay, so I was second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt, you're on the board first. Who you taking?
Sweet.
Wait, can we explain, the rules to our listeners here?
Yeah.
Do we have rules?
I don't know.
I think I need to know the rules.
Sure. So here's the parameters. We are going to be doing a snake draft. Matt, me, Ken. That's the order. And we're going to be doing our favorite Nuggets of all time. We're not like building a team here. We're not going to be doing positions. It's positionless. And we're going to maybe put these out on social media to see who likes what team best. And we're going to do 5 rounds. So everybody's going to get 5 players. And just whoever your heart desires for that Nugget. I'm not really picking guys from like the 90s or before I was born because I didn't see those guys. As much as I love an Alex English or, Mutombo or whatever, I didn't really see them play. So I'm going to talk about guys and draft guys that I liked watching. Obviously, you guys can draft Kiki Vandeweghe or Dan Issel if you want, but
I want Scott Hastings.
TR Dunn. Yeah.
Does this include current Nuggets?
It includes current Nuggets. It's any Nugget that's ever played or put on a Nugget uniform, and you just liked that guy. So Matt's got the first pick. I think we all know what he's going to do, but it might be Aaron Aflalo as well. So we'll see. Matt, you're on the clock.
We talked about this before starting the show. I gotta go with my boy Danilo Gallinari.
Oh,
when I first started kind of
The
getting
101.
the 101.
Danilo Gallinari.
Danilo
101.
Gallinari.
I loved watching him play, man. I don't know what it was. Just tall, lengthy guy. When I was playing basketball growing up, I loved
Gallo.
I tried to do what Gallo did, and I loved watching him play, man. He was so much fun to watch.
I really respect it. That if that's a guy that I loved him too. He was definitely going to be on my board if it fell to me. But with the second pick, I have to go with Jokic. It's the safe pick. It's the right pick. He's definitely given me more joy watching Nuggets basketball than anyone else could
This
ever
is why I'm
possibly
like,
have reached.
should Jokic be in this list?
Because
I was kind of thinking
he's the only choice.
He's the only choice.
Hey, Matt could have taken. Okay, well, we could debate this.
I could have taken.
But we're taking out a lot of Nuggets.
Can we all just agree that what has brought us back to basketball has been Nikola Jokic? And
I'm not going to take Jokic. That would be every. That would be every. Not. I'm fine with leaving him out and saying that's everybody's pick.
Honorable first pick for everybody is going to be Nikola Jokic. I feel
okay. That I'm fine with that. So, does this mean that
now it gets interesting?
So all current Nuggets are off, or Jokic is the
Jokic is God.
Yeah,
Jokic is God. You can't pick him, but everyone else is good now.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that changed the strategy a little bit. So let's see. On my mind, I've got one Jamal Murray, who frustrates me at times. So it's a little difficult because he's given me a lot of joy, and obviously with the championship and everything. And then I also have Aaron Gordon on that very short list. Because God damn it, who doesn't love Mr. Nugget? Man, this is tough now. I felt like I had the easiest answer.
It was too easy for you.
It is too easy, and I would have loved to have taken it, but this is better because it now makes me have a really much harder decision. Since we're on we don't want to leave you listeners just waiting for me to pick. I'm just gonna take Jamal Murray. I'm gonna take Jamal. Jamal. The bubble, the championship. A lot of joy watching that guy play basketball, and I'm glad he's a Nugget, and hopefully we feel a little bit more favorably about him moving forward. But Ken, you're up.
I respect it. Okay. Oh man, I'm looking at my list right now. I tried to tier him. It's pretty tough.
I didn't realize how hard this was going to feel. Because when Jokic got taken off, I was like, wait, who do I want? Yo.
Sorry.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
yo.
Don't let the kids see this.
What did you mean by that?
What is All right.
For my 1-3, my 1-1, my first overall pick. This is a guy that growing up was just like, he's the guy. He's from Colorado. You already might know the answer based off of that. Kind of a local legend, and just was like what Nuggets basketball was all about to me. I know we all watched Melo growing up, but he's not the guy for me. It's Chauncey Billups.
Mr. Big Shot.
Mr.
Big Shot. I respect it.
He would always work these camps at Regis when I was little with the head coach. And he had like a foundation at Regis called Porter Billups, and just like knowing of that and all that, he just was one of my favorites. So I got to go Chauncey.
Shout out George Washington High School.
George G-Dub.
G-Dub.
Yeah,
you and I about it like I know what that is, but
you and I got to meet Mr. Big Shot last year.
We did. We got to shake his hand. Very nice guy.
And yeah.
All right, Ken. Good pick. I like it. What's your next one?
The next one. So on my list, I didn't write any active players, but I feel like I gotta go with AG here.
Yeah, yep. I was going to if you didn't.
I gotta go with AG. I mean, in my main reason is I don't think I've ever felt so like excited in my life as I was on Christmas Day when he ended Landry Shamet.
That's an all-time. That's my favorite all-time in-person moment.
Like I literally felt like I was like levitating when that happened.
Context, a couple of us went to see the Christmas game, the championship year, where we played the Suns, and everybody remembers the dunk AG had on Landry Shamet.
And it was just the craziest game, and you want to go home on Christmas night with a win, and
it was cathartic.
I don't know. Just everything he's done as a Nugget, Mr. Nugget, the best Mr. Nugget, in my opinion. Obviously, recency bias, but like the impact
it's the right answer.
Yeah, I'm going AG here.
All right.
Now it goes back to you, Cam.
I low-key hate that I had the second pick for some reason, because like there's guys that you guys took or something that I'm like, oh, I wish I had them. This is like harder than I thought it would be.
Don't break my heart here. Don't break my heart.
I don't know what you're thinking, so we'll see. Dude, it's hard not to go Carmelo here. It ended sour and everything, but he was so cool, man. He was so cool. He was our guy. And if we take out how it ended and everything with the Knicks trade, I'm gonna take Carmelo.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Enough said.
All right.
I feel like he was what Nuggets basketball was like.
He made it cool to be a Nuggets fan.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like getting him in the draft and everything in 2003 and stuff. Like he was who you look to. So.
And you think of those old school jerseys with him on the back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The baby blues.
Yep.
The cornrows with the
cornrows and the headband.
The headband. That yellow, that old yellow gold headband. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Know exactly what you're talking about. All right, Matt. Gallo is joining. Who's joining Gallo?
The guy that's joining Gallo is, in my opinion, the guy who walked so AG could run in that energy bringing position. And I think it was kind of just cool to see his. I mean, this guy just had some poise, some aura, I guess you could say, about him on the court, and just brought
who you got here?
Brought the life.
I'm intrigued.
Brought the power. I'm going with the manimal, Kenneth Faried.
Full honesty, that's who I was thinking about taking over Carmelo.
That's a great pick.
Yeah,
that's a great pick, Matt.
Just guy that brought the energy, man. And you saw it kind of reminded me of I saw the movie Alien when I was really young, and he kind of had like the dreadlocks that the alien had, and I thought it kind of just like that nasty, tenacious kind of vibe and energy that he brought. And he did, man.
And he was like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every interview, he was like
he was so sick
and like soft spoken, and he's a dog on the boards though. Holy shit.
Yeah. I love that. Love that about him.
Great, Matt. All right, that's a great pick. Who are you following that up with now?
I'm following.
Did we get 5 in total? Sorry.
Yes. We get 5. Yeah, we'll do 5.
And some honorable mentions.
I got some honorable mentions to name for sure.
Yeah. I'm going with the guy who kind of had the rock in the 2010s. I'm going with my guy Ty Lawson.
Oh, okay. You're building the 2013 Nuggets. You ain't slick.
Well, I think that was the year that I really started paying attention, and I loved
that year was sick.
It was either Ty Lawson or Nate Robinson, and I loved how shifty Nate could be. I thought Ty Lawson was like a super composed, like really good playmaker at the ball handling position. And I love
that dude was so fast.
He was fast. Yeah,
I love Ty Lawson, man. I like it, Matt.
That's my three so far.
You're building one of my favorite all-time teams currently. All right, I got to follow that up. Let's see. I got Carmelo and Jamal. Man, it's like a question of new school or the current team or old school. I'm going to take fan favorite Bruce Brown. I'm going to take Bruce Brown, which is crazy because he played one season with the Nuggets, but he changed that team when the moment he signed, and that guy's just forever a legend, and maybe he's going to win another championship here in Denver again. So I'm going to take Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Went new school. I need some old school guys to finish this up, but
Oh man, this is tough. All right, so I got Chauncey, I got AG.
Yep. Gallo being the 101 is crazy to me still. I love it though.
I was hoping I could get Gallo, so I'm a little jealous.
I'm not gonna lie, me too.
All right, this guy is my first basketball jersey. Kind of a unsung hero. No one really ever talks about him. He wasn't even that, outstanding of a basketball player, but I loved him. Earl Boykins.
Earl Boykins, wow.
Earl Boykins.
That's a crazy.
Okay.
I
wrote him on the list.
And I
love me some Earl Boykins.
Love
nice.
that.
And I don't know why, but I think Addie and I my sister and I both had Earl Boykins jerseys when we were little.
Yeah.
Just like the little guy you want to cheer on. Something
yeah.
How
tall? He was like
5'4". 5. I gotta look that up right now.
That's all I remember. Like I was kind of young when he was playing, but that's what I remember from him.
Like that.
Earl Boykins is 5'5".
Nice. I love it. Great pick.
I loved him. I just thought he was the best. So I'm going Earl Boykins.
Okay.
My next pick. Oof. This is tough because I only have one more after this.
Right.
Going Andre Miller.
Ah, damn it! I wanted Andre Miller.
Great one. I was gonna try and go
I
there.
loved Andre Miller, dude.
Just cool as a cucumber. Great point guard. Had a great career at the Nuggets. Like,
yeah,
you just felt good when he had the basketball.
The lobs to Kenneth Faried.
Yep. And he'd have that little like mid-range jumper, kind of little turnaround jumper. Like, he was just fun to watch. It's just smooth basketball player to watch. So
one of the more underrated point guards ever, really. He was the definition.
Is he still the coach for the G League?
I think he is.
Not a coach, but like a GM or something.
I think he's
I think he is.
Front office. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm next, and I'm going to go with the Birdman.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was my next one.
I had to.
That was my
iconic,
next one.
bro. Iconic.
Yeah, that is iconic.
With the tattoos, and he would always go like,
yeah.
The headband, everything about him was so fun. Like as a kid growing up watching the Nuggets, like you're just like, this is the sickest guy ever. I don't even know if he was all that good at like all the other aspects of basketball, but he was gonna block many shots a night. So, Chris Anderson, Birdman.
I like that pick.
Yep. Damn it, one more, man. I wish I could pick 10.
Yeah, I have two more here back to back.
Right, this is your.
This is it. So I've got Danilo, Ty Lawson, and Kenneth Faried so far.
I'm just gonna build the.
I might just build the 2013 Nuggets at this point.
I think you can.
I'm gonna take Aaron Aflalo.
There you go, another one.
I think he was on that team.
I think he was.
I
loved Aaron Aflalo. That's a good pick.
Another guy that just smart basketball player, could shoot the three really well. Kind of
he would always come off those curls and hit those shots.
He what's really funny about this to me is that I remember a game where there's guys that always talk about like Russ and Steven Adams would always play that 1-2 game with the pick and roll really well. And Russ would just in Oklahoma City just feed point guards as like sacrificial offerings to Steven Adams and just like run them straight into a brick wall. And I remember a game where Aaron Aflalo kind of came off the top, and I don't remember who was guarding him, but I think Kenneth Faried just like planted his feet in the ground, and he just ran him into Kenneth Faried and hit a three off of it. I was like I was like, whoa, you can do that? And
you can do that in basketball?
I'm 12 years old, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a crazy way to play. But remember Aaron doing a lot of that stuff, and he was a great one. God,
your last pick.
Yeah, my last pick. Oh, Cam, you really screwed me over with that Birdman.
I knew I needed to get Birdman.
I didn't know.
You got Fareed, so I was like, I need to get Birdman.
Oh man, I really don't know. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just take. I'm gonna take our boy Christian Brown.
Yeah.
CB.
I was hoping somebody took CB because I wanted him to be up there.
He's super fun to watch, super energetic. Love that guy. I love the way that he's kind of been taken under Jokic's wing, and I think he's going to have a great... I tried not to pick guys that were current just because I don't really know how their careers, except Jokic, are really going to play out for Denver. You know, maybe a couple of the older guys like Jamal and AG, but
yeah,
I think CB, whatever he does afterwards, you know, he's already building a legacy with the Nuggets, and if he does go somewhere afterwards, then I just think he's going to be a fantastic player.
Can't argue with anything you said. I like the way your team shaped up. Or your five guys.
Matt's got Danilo, Kenneth, Ty Lawson, Aaron Aflalo, Christian Brown,
CB. Wow,
it's a good team.
I like it, Matt. That's a good squad. All right, I'm on my last pick here. This is actually really hard, man, because I'm looking at all these names of guys I really love and loved watching. Oh man. It's hard to tap into like how you felt watching these guys as a kid, because there's like a couple current players I want to throw here, but I'm also probably going to go with an older guy. What's the heart saying? I know. Pull out like Bryn Forbes or something.
Oh my god.
Dude was buns.
He was so bad with the Nuggets. We thought he was going to be a great shooter.
Marcus Camby. Somebody.
Oh, this is so hard. Marcus Camby. I wrote him on the list.
Nene.
Nene's on the short list
here.
Giving
away my picks, Matt. Come on.
Nick Van Exel.
Nene's on the list here. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going J.R. Smith.
There it is.
Oh man,
I knew it. Somebody had to pick J.R. Smith.
A J.R. Smith 3 was like one of the coolest things. That was gonna be
my last one, dude.
Was it? Yeah. I'm surprised he got this far. J.R. Smith. J.R. Swish, bro. He was so cool.
Wetter than the Sahara on a rainy day.
And then he would dunk on people too.
The dunk against the Spurs.
Yeah.
It was like one of the most iconic things.
I have a newspaper clipping that I cut out, and it's a picture of J.R. Smith, and he's doing a reverse dunk against the Timberwolves, I want to say. And it was from an alley-oop, and I don't know, it's just really memorable to me. I forget exactly what happened on the play, but I have that newspaper picture, and I loved it. Love J.R. Smith.
The final pick.
The final two. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your last pick? Yeah.
I can't say it without laughing because I'm joking. I was going to say Facundo Campazzo.
He's going to be mentioned at some point.
That would have been a great one to pull out.
Can't do that.
There's a lot of good players still here. I'm interested to see where you go.
Oh man, for me it's between two guys. Kind of that same era, the Denver Thuggets, some might call them. And I'm gonna go with the guy that the only reason I'm gonna go with him is because I used to try to emulate his shot all the time. Was Marcus Camby.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm going Marcus Camby here.
Marcus Camby.
I loved him. He was kind of lethal from the mid-range. He would shoot like way over his head like this, like not even Jokic style, but like way behind his head. And back when we would all shoot the basketball and go Kobe, I'd always be like Camby.
Everyone else was saying Kobe, and you were saying Camby.
They're like, who? Like, Marcus Camby.
Like, you kidding me?
I loved Marcus Camby. He's great. So
that's a new ball before it was cool.
I was between him and Kenyon Martin, Kmart, because that dude was a dog too.
I thought you were going to be choosing between him and Nene.
I thought about Kmart.
I thought about Kmart for that last pick too when I took JR. And then also, Ken, for you, I thought maybe Gary Harris was going to be selected.
Yeah, Gary was up there.
Yeah.
You wish that he had another year or two of that excellence, right?
Yeah. He only had that 1 year. He was a Mr. Nugget.
He was. I mean, yeah, he was like
He was the
original
OG. He's the OG
Mr.
Mr.
Nugget.
Nugget. All right, so let me read off the teams and we'll get out of here soon because it's getting late. Matt has Danilo Gallinari, Kenneth Faried, Ty Lawson, Aaron Aflalo, and Christian Brown. I have Jamal Murray, Carmelo Anthony, Bruce Brown, Chris Anderson, and J.R. Smith. And Kennedy has Chauncey Billups, Aaron Gordon, Earl Boykins, Andre Miller, and Marcus Camby. These are some great
I was
combos
gonna
of
say,
people.
you know what I'm realizing is that throughout the Nuggets history, there are some like damn good players.
There's been a lot of really good players in this franchise.
I think
real quick,
had like
Matt.
Pat
Finish what you're saying. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think we could have had like Pat and Ev on here, and we still would have had like 5 solid teams.
I was going to say we might want to revisit this draft in the future because I think it would be fun to get more players.
Can we include like 90s players as well?
Yeah, maybe we'll open it up to like, all right, I didn't see these guys play, but they're pretty sick. So maybe we're
gonna top 3 most hated Nuggets at some point.
That's a good one too. So let me read off just a couple names because I went through today and wrote down a bunch of names. These are the guys that went undrafted: Michael Porter Jr., Nene, KCP, Russell Westbrook, Monte Morris, Nate Robinson, Allen Iverson, Wilson Chandler, Gary Harris, JaVale McGee, Will Barton, Kenyon Martin, Vlatko Chanchar, Bones Highland, Mason Plumlee, DeAndre Jordan, Jeff Green, Paul Millsap, Timofey Mozgov. I really wanted to pick him. Corey Brewer. I really liked Corey Brewer for some reason.
I had Corey Brewer on my list too.
I really liked Corey Brewer.
He was so fun to watch.
Randy Foye, Al Harrington, and Linus Kleza. And I wrote down a couple like jokish names too that I thought could be funny to read. Some of them serious, I guess. Joseph Nurkic, Bol, Torrey Craig, Shaq Harrison, Facu Campazzo.
Shaq Harrison. I had Shaq on my list.
Did you?
I would make memes. This is like my meme era. I'd make memes of like Shaq Harrison's face on Shaquille O'Neal's body.
We had him for like a month.
He played like 3 minutes a night.
Yeah, we were like, we got a dog on defense. Costa Koufis, Facu Campazzo, DeMarcus Cousins, Austin Rivers, Bryn Forbes, Devon Reed, Thomas Bryant, Jack White, Ish Smith, Reggie Jackson, JaMychal Green, PJ Dozier, and shout out to Zeke Naji.
Zeke the freak.
I've got one for you. Didn't have on the list, and maybe it was a joke, but Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier.
I forgot to include him, but
he might be in the top 3 hated Nuggets list.
I thought he was going to be so good. I remember playing the 2K that he was a rookie, and I remember being like, "This guy's going to be so good." And to his credit, he had a solid NBA career, but not.
He did. Yeah.
I think he's playing for Greece now. I think he's
playing for. Did you say Will Barton?
I did say Will Barton.
He is playing for Greece, and he is with my boy Danilo Gallinari. And shout out Nuggets legend.
Is Gallo with Greece?
Gallo is with Greece.
Wow.
He's old, man.
Yeah.
I
remember he was getting bought out a couple years ago, and I was like, the Nuggets should pick up Gallo, and he went on the Bucks.
Yeah. I just had a guy pop in my head that I'm now blanking on.
Yeah, maybe the theme of this video or when we post socials is everybody name the most random Nugget they can think of.
Shout out Nuggets legend Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Oh, I didn't write down Juancho. That was sacrilegious of me. Bo Cruz. That was sacrilegious of me. I should have mentioned Juancho. Any other random Nuggets, or are we good to get out of here?
I had a good one in my mind, but I think I'm blanking on him now.
You'll think of him. Quincy Miller.
Marcus Howard,
yeah.
No.
Trey Lyles.
I'll have to shoot it over to you guys.
Yeah.
You said JaMychal Green.
I did say
favorite teammate.
Green.
Do you have a Paul Millsap shout out?
I said Paul Millsap on that list, I think, that I read, yeah.
Jared Vanderbilt, do you have him on there?
Jared Vanderbilt. Now that's a bit of a throwback there. How about Malik Beasley?
Noah Vonleh.
How about the human mystery standing at 7'4", Priest Lauderdale?
Priest? I don't know. I
haven't heard that name in years.
Do you guys remember when Nick Young was a Nugget?
I do. Yeah. How about Isaiah Thomas?
Oh my
That
God,
happened.
Isaiah Thomas.
Nuggets
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
How about Richard Jefferson?
Richard Jefferson, Mike Miller.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Mike Miller,
Yeah.
Jameer Nelson. There's a couple guys that I didn't name that needed to be on there. Emmanuel Mudiay, maybe. But yeah,
Richard Jefferson might be on the most hated list just because
we should do a most hated at some point.
BYU's head coach Mark Pope was a Denver Nugget.
Mark Pope was
Wow.
a Nugget. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, we're really reaching deep in the bag here. If you stuck with us this long, we appreciate you.
Good for you.
We will. Yeah, Tyronn Lue is on that list as well. Matt, you can hit that outro music. Gentlemen, that was fun. You can find us on our socials. We kind of did a little bit of a rebrand. We're called the Wash Nuggets now. We're part of the Wash Kings network, we're calling it. And yeah, we're having fun making this and putting this on every week for everybody. So we appreciate you and all your support. Drop a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, whatever the case may be. Appreciate you all for checking us out, and have a great week. See you guys.